Hello class 12, welcome to history lecture. Today we will start chapter 5 and first we will see about the charter acts that were passed by the British or the English East India Company in India. So we will see about the charter acts. There we will see these charter acts are very important and we have to remember one thing, that these charter acts were passed every 20 years. So first charter acts that were passed in India was in 1793. In this charter act we see that the monopoly right of the English East India Company was re-established. That was the main thing of the charter act of 1793, that monopoly rights of the English East India Company was re-established. That is, the English East India Company only can trade in India. And we see that apart from these, some other changes were also introduced. That is, the number of members of the Board of Control was decreased from 6 to 5. Previously there were 6 members, now it was meant there will be 5 members. And it was said that the English East India Company will have complete control over the trade of India. So the main thing of this act was that the monopoly, that is only the English East India Company can trade in India, that was re-established for another 20 years. It was said that for another 20 years only English East India Company alone can trade in India. So the most important point about this charter act is the renewal of monopoly of the English East India Company. Apart from that, we see that the number of members were also reduced, and also we see that the company was given major power in India, in matter of India. Then in next, after 20 years, the Charter Act of 1813 was issued. And this Charter Act is very important, because there we see after this Charter Act, the monopoly of English East India Company ended. Monopoly of the English East India Company came to an end. That is, now it was said that not only English East India Company can trade in India, any English merchant can trade in India. East India Company will also trade along with them. Any individual English traders and merchant can trade in India. So Indian market was open to all the European, open to all the Englishmen, and now everyone started coming or pouring into India and to control Indian economy. So monopoly of the English East India Company ended, and after, from this time, only English East India Company was not trading in India. Other companies were also coming, other individuals were also coming, and apart from this we see that 1 lakh rupees was granted for Indian education. By this Charter Act, the English East India Company wanted to spread education in India, and they set aside 1 lakh, or they gave the grant of 1 lakh every year. They said that this amount will be given for Indian educational development. Apart from these other important facts, these are the two most important points of the Charter Act of 1813. Apart from these, we see that they also said that 10.5% of the profit will be given to the contractors or the shareholders. Whoever will be the shareholders of the company, they will get 10.5% of the profit. Also, apart from this, also it was said that in this trading relation, whatever area will come under the East India Company, the British government will have supreme control over those area which is under the English East India Company. So these are the major points or major changes that were introduced by the Charter Act of 1813. Then we see that next, after the Charter Act of 1813, then the next Charter Act was passed in 1833. After 20 years, we have to remember that after every 20 years the Charter Acts were passed. In 1833, the next Charter Act which was passed, by this Charter Act we see that Indian territories completely came under the control of the British, because it was said that the territories which are under the control of the English East India Company will be under the control of the British government. Already said in 1813. Now what happened? It was said that the East India Company have the right in Indian revenues also. From state exchequer they can meet their loss. or liability, whatever liability or whatever loss the company has, they can meet it from Indian treasury, Indian exchequer. So from India they can take the money, Indian treasury. Also it was said that the Indian like they can take, apart from trade, they should have a separate account for collection of land revenue and other taxes they can also collect. So by collection of taxes and land revenue also they can increase their income. These things were stated. So this was also important. You see, for 20 more years the British established more strong control over India, and the monopoly was not there. English East India Company and other English merchants could rule over, could trade in India, and they could collect land revenue. They could also collect other taxes for their own profit. So this was it. And also we see that the person who was responsible for this, the Ministry of Affairs in India, was selected from this time, who would be present in the British Parliament on behalf of India. Ministry of Affairs in Indian Affairs was selected, was appointed, who would be present in the British Parliament. So this was the another important factor. Also we see that the Governor General was given so much power. His power was increased so much that he could change or introduce any new law. Then we see the last of the Charter Act. Charter Act of 1853. Just again after 20 years, in 1853, another Charter Act, the last Charter Act, was passed. By this Charter Act, we see again it was not said in this Charter Act the control of Britain over India was fully established, and it was not said that when it will end. Then in previous Charter Act it was said that for 20 years it will be remaining, then after 20 years it will change. But in Charter Act of 1853 it was not said that after 20 years it will end. It will say that it will continue forever. So control of the British or English East India Company over India was made, stronghold of British was established. Also you see that Bengal was given under the Lieutenant General, and it was said that whatever rule the Governor General will be made, that will be the final rule, and he can make rule or law for the entire country, for entire India. Also another thing that was started is that the civil service exam system was started in India. That is, those people, those civil servants who will be appointed by the company for Indian administration or Indian government, for them exam system was started, which came to be known as the civil service examination. So these are the Charter Acts. These are the 4 Charter Acts, and among these 4 Charter Acts, we know all are important. Definitely you have to learn all. But mainly 1813 and 1833, these 2 Charter Acts you will learn very well, because these 2 are very important. Because 1813 we see monopoly of the company came to an end. And in 1833, we see that British established their complete control over the Indian administration. These are the Charter Acts, and all 4 Charter Acts are very important for your exam. Thank you.